Thinking about you all the time.
Thank God. Zeke again. So welcome to another video of the bulking series. So this is episode 2 now, and I'm just chilling here, literally just woke up, and I thought I'd run you through pretty much absolutely everything that I eat on a day-to-day basis. As you know from the last episode, I've done my deload now, and I've had, so it hasn't been a week since these 2 videos. I've had about a week and a half, so I have started training again. But as you can see from the weight, I was 95.9, but that was pre-shit basically, and then the second weight was 95.5, and that was after my shit. So as you can see, shit does weigh something. So little tip: if you're bulking or cutting and you don't want to be disappointed when you look on the scales, or you do want to be disappointed when you look on the scales, always weigh yourself first thing in the morning, okay, and after you've been to the toilet. That is your most accurate weight for your actual reading, because then you're not weighed down by your shit, and then you're not weighed down by food, water, or anything. It's just you. As you can see, I was 95.5, so I'm a kg and 40, so 1.4 kg up, which is, it's not really ideal because I was on a deload. So that means I wasn't training to my 100%, which means that that's probably not really muscle what I've gained. It's most definitely fat what I've gained, which I'm not too fussed about, but we can indefinitely say that it's probably fat, not muscle, that I've gained. So yep, I've got fatter, but it's all good. Today I'm going to be running you through my full diet. I'm going to take you through from breakfast, second breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my snack, which isn't really a snack, it's like loads of calories. I'm going to show you the exact calories for absolutely everything, and I'm just going to cook it all in front of you, unless it's already pre-cooked, so you can see absolutely everything that I'm consuming on a day-to-day basis, all laid out in front of you, very easy to follow. You'll see the macros and the calories. So let's get straight into it. Episode 2. Down in the kitchen, and this is my 5,500 calorie bulking diet, okay? This is a diet that's gonna get you huge. It's gonna get you big, it's gonna get you looking juicy, all right? You're gonna be walking around the gym like that. Basically, just pushing all the noobs out of the way, jumping on the bench, hitting 315, easy peasy. It's gonna get you huge, gonna get you big, all right? For you, personally, I would actually suggest that you don't consume this much. I've worked up to this. You probably don't need to consume this much to build muscle, to grow, okay? You probably consume a lot less. So like I've explained in many other videos, find out your maintenance, get in a 10% surplus if you're just starting out. However, for me, I've built up to 5,500 calories, and I've got a goal of reaching 100 kg. So, you know, that's a 20 kg increase from when I first started. So I'm gonna have to slowly include more and more calories as I go on anyway, because I have already been bulking for about 6 months. So it needs to be progressive to continue to grow. I'm gonna take you through my breakfast, second breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my smoothie at the end of the day. As you can see, there is a lot of food, but there's not a lot of food, which means that I can eat in small volumes. Obviously this is still a lot amount of food, but smaller than if it was low calorie dense foods, and still get away with a lot of calories. If you're bulking, you need to be eating calorie dense foods, okay? It makes it so much easier to get the calories in for eating it in lesser volumes. So starting with the first meal of the day, it is a bowl of oats. So we have a banana, we have 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, we have 40 grams of oats, and then we have 250 milliliters of oat milk, occasionally some honey and some blueberries. Don't have any blueberries right now, probably will put in some honey. That comes to 477 calories and can go all the way up to about 500 calories. My second meal of the day is 2 slices of seeded bread, 4 eggs, some streaky bacon, which the eggs are leaning on so I cannot pick it up, about 15 grams of cheese. I sprinkle the cheese on top of the egg, and then I add in about 20 to 50 ml of oat milk, and then that's the scrambled eggs done to go on top of the bacon and the bread. That comes to around about 1,005 calories, so we're already about 1,500 calories up now. My third meal of the day, my lunch, okay, this is the ingredients for 5 days because I make the whole meal up in bulk and keep it in the fridge, and then I just take my portion for the day over 5 days. So this is 5 days worth, so it's not actually that much. There's a lot less than it's actually here. However, this is a chili con carne. I have this all the time, and then I have about 300, and this is to make it for 5 days, by the way, 350 grams of frozen onions, which are melting right now, 4 tinned tomatoes in cans, 3 seasoning packets of chili con carne from the co-op, 1,000 grams, a kg of lean beef steak mince, and then 2 cans of taco mixed beans in tomato sauce. Usually it's chili sauce, but this is all I had with me. And then 125 grams of rice over 1 day. So I believe that is 625 grams of rice over 5 days. So that's 5 days worth. Then literally just divide it by 5, and then obviously you're not going to evenly be able to spread it out over the 5 days, but over the 5 days you will consume this, so it doesn't really matter, because in the end you're going to eat all of this. If it's over, as long as it's over 5 days, you're all good. I do add in a tablespoon of olive oil when I'm making this, okay? This is your savior. If you can't gain weight, add this in. 1 tablespoon is 123 calories. It's really gonna bump up your total. I then, per day, add in 2 tablespoons straight into the rice, let it soak in. That's an extra 250 calories there every single day, just in 1 meal by adding in oil. And it's good fats as well. So don't stress about it. Just whack it in, get those calories up. It's gonna help you to bulk up big time. And that comes to 1,064 calories per day. All right, that's per day, not over 5 days. Over 5 days, it's 5,000 calories or so, maybe even more, about 5,200 or so. Dinner, okay, is 2 salmon fillets. And then I season this with a little bit of soy sauce. This is dark, I use light. I've already done it, it's made in there. A little bit of honey goes into that as well. I cook the salmon up for a few days as well, usually about 3 days worth, because salmon can't last in the fridge as long as mince can. And then I do about 250 grams of Uncle Ben's rice or Aldi rice, but it's always golden vegetable rice is my favorite. Just to let you know, salmon fillets, there's 2 of them per day, which is 240 grams worth. I also usually have tenderson broccoli with that. However, I've run out. Well, I didn't run out. Basically, they went off today and I didn't go out and get some. So usually there are some vegetables with that. I don't add in any olive oil to that unless I've missed it throughout the day, and then I throw in some olive oil into the salmon. Did forget to mention that actually 1 tablespoon of olive oil does go into the scrambled egg as well. So, as you can see, it's starting to add up very quickly, because that equates to 1,060 calories, okay? So 1,060, 1,064, 1,005, 477-ish. So, we're already up at about 3,500 calories there. Moving on to the smoothie. If you haven't got a mass gainer, you're struggling to gain weight, what are you doing? Seriously, they have such a bad rep, except if you get it from the right company and you get it right, you can have a really good mass gainer. Optimum Nutrition, serious mass gainer, amazing product, okay? And 1 scoop of this, by the way, I'm not an athlete for Optimum Nutrition. I'm not plugging my link or anything. Use code MAX15. But no, I'm not an athlete. That's just good. That's 1 scoop. Look at the size of that. That is ridiculous. It's like triple the size of a normal scoop. And one scoop equates to, is 2 servings by the way, 1,260 calories. And I put 1 scoop into my smoothie, bang. So that's quite a lot already. So 1 scoop of that goes in. Then about 100 grams of frozen berries, here or abouts. It's not that, you don't have to be that strict on the berries, the rest of the stuff you do. 40 grams of mixed berries, okay, goes into that. Some chia seeds go into that. A banana, we've got a banana again, another banana. And then we move back over to breakfast, and about 40 grams of oats goes into that, and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. And then 200 milliliters of oat milk, and then the rest of that is water that goes in. And I do believe that's every single ingredient. Hopefully I haven't missed out any, because this is like my 3rd take of doing this, and every single time I've missed out one ingredient, but I have double checked it on MyFitnessPal. Okay, so hopefully we are good. And just to reiterate how much that actually comes to on my bulking diet at the moment, that comes to 5,492, and obviously I've not included my coffees and the oat milk I have in my coffee, so probably exceeding 5,500 calories there, maybe 5,550. And if we look at the macros, okay, protein is 250, carbohydrates is 663. This really bumps up carbohydrates, by the way. It's got a lot of carbs in it, very good for post-workout meal. However, I'm already having so much, so just pop it in at the end of the day. And then fat is actually 208. You're probably thinking that's a lot of fat. Well, yes, it is, because I'm consuming 5,500 calories. There's no way of getting around it. You're gonna consume a lot of macros in that. There's no way around it. So 250 protein, 200 fat, 660 carbohydrates, there or abouts. The actual numbers are 246 P, 663 carbohydrates, and 208 fat, and that comes to 5,492. Like I said, that's what I've tracked anyway. So now you've seen absolutely everything that I consume on a day-to-day basis. I'm just going to cook the meals for you, and I'm going to show you how I cook them. Very simple stuff, guys. You can follow along. I'll show you exactly the ingredients. Again, list it in front of you so you can see as I'm cooking, and the macros can pop up on the screen. Simple stuff, guys. Let's start with the porridge, and I'm going to eat that, and then we're going to just go through cooking everything so you know exactly what I'm doing. Let's get into it. 10 out of 10. So good. pick up your face. Wraps up my 5,500 calorie diet, okay? At the moment, I've still got to consume the chili, my salmon and rice, chili and rice, and the rest of my smoothie. So I've eaten my eggs and bacon on toast, and I've eaten my porridge. I'm not gonna prep it and eat it in front of you because it's very self-explanatory. Once this cools down and you put it back in the fridge, you literally divide it up and then microwave it for about 6 minutes if it's coming straight out of the fridge, and then the rice can go into a rice steamer, which is what I use, and you do it for about 7 minutes in the microwave. So done. With the salmon, okay, literally just microwave 2 salmon fillets and then microwave this, boom, you're done. And then I'm quite literally just going to drink this for the rest of the day and we're done. Usually this would be at the evening, bearing in mind there's still a shaker worth left in the fridge as well. Usually I'd have this in the evening, but I wanted to show you how to make it on this video. So this sort of stuff is very simple, doesn't really need me to show you because it's so self-explanatory after you've already made it. With the salmon, quite literally, when you're making it, okay, you put it onto a tin foil tray. You spray the tin foil tray with 10 calorie sprays, okay, with the little olive oil spray. Then you put the salmon on the tin foil. You then drizzle a little bit of soy sauce on there. Then you drizzle a little bit of honey on there. You then wrap the tin foil over the top, or put another one over the top of the, like a shelf almost over the top of the tray. You bung it in for 25 minutes at 220 degrees, okay? You let that sit, you take it out, you eat it, and you microwave this for 1.5 minutes. So this stuff is so easy guys. And it is literally quite that simple to, you know, cook these meals on a bulk. It's not difficult, you can do it. And once you have these recipes, if you want these recipes, shout, but as I've been going through anyway, showing you, you'll be seeing stuff pop up on the screen, so you should be able to gather what sort of recipes, what sort of ingredients there, and I also laid it out in front of you so you know, pretty much you know exactly what you've got to do. And then all you've got to do for you is find out your calorie maintenance, get into a 10% surplus, and track it on MyFitnessPal. So if your maintenance is 2,500, that'd be 250 calories to be in a 10% surplus, okay? So that's 2,750 calories. You could then enter in these meals, but you could maybe make them a little bit smaller because you're almost half, no actually, you are half behind me in terms of calories if that was your surplus, okay? Quite literally, you could halve the meals then. It might not work out exactly that, or you could take out the mass gainer and you could just have your own protein powder and do it that way. It's a bit of trial and error when it comes to bulking and cutting, and you've got to find your own way with MyFitnessPal. And using, if you want to use these meals and these ingredients, you can be my guest, but just make sure that it does actually come to the amount of calories that you're trying to consume, not 5,500, because if you try and eat that much straight away, you're not going to be able to. And also, it's not going to be worthwhile for you because you're going to be in such a high excess amount of calories. You just don't need to be that high. So find out where you're at. Trial and error it for a couple of weeks, see if you start to gain weight. If you're gaining weight, okay, that's amazing. If you're gaining anywhere between 0.5 to 1 kg or 1 to 2 pounds, that's perfect, that's where you want to be. Keep to that and keep going with that, and then see where that can lead you. As soon as it starts to slow down, you then up the calories, just like I have done. I've upped the calories as the weeks, months have gone on, okay, and we're now 6 or 7 months deep, and I'm now at a really high amount of calories, I would say. So for you, start at the beginning and work up. Use these recipes if you want. But yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate if you did like this, and I appreciate if you did subscribe, because I do put a lot of effort into these, especially the cooking videos. Cooking, I want to make things as easy as possible when it comes to cooking, so I don't put too much effort into it, but actually filming you and showing you what I'm doing does require a little bit of effort, so I'd love it if you did subscribe. And if you want more videos like this, and you want more recipes like this, let me know and I will get to it. Thanks for watching guys, see you in the next one.